The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway here on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that, because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And that will be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
Johnson on the return.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Squeeze, double. Right there. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On 2nd and 1, Murray. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check.
They run with Dillon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. A.J. Dillon, 63 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
Kicker on for the extra point.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On the return, Johnson. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Murray now to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona 1st.
39-yard line.
Now it's Dillon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down at the...
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
The kicker on.
And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
Yes.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Buccaneers, nothing.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Chubb. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a... And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Nick Chubb taking it in. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a carry for Dillon. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
That's taken on the 25. And he spins through.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
7-yard line.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 37. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A toss play to Chubb. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Cardinals 14, Buccaneers 13.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
57's the mic. Lock 57.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
4-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
For this life, I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him learn.
57, Mike 57. Wildville.
Throwing now is Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they get
into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
a lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
On first down, Dillon. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll run a toss here with Dillon.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
The kickoff for Tampa Bay.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
Mike 5-4. Stop your running. He's checking.
Here's Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled at the...
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Chubb. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Tampa Bay.
Nick Chubb with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Marquise Brown.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Montez Sweat drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A quick toss out right. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Tampa Bay.
Now Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
The tackle.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And again, it's Chubb. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Again, the ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rob Gronkowski. 29 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Murray. He finds his target. It's Schultz. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, he's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray, that's complete to Disley, the tight end. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run again with Dillon. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. Dillon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Watch twins. Let's go. Come back.
From the gun, Murray. The quick slant caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Just shy of the goal line. A gain of 5 yards brings up
shotgun now from Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray taking it in. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Down, Buccaneers.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
The pass.
By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And he's going to keep it here. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
At their own 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced a punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to Dillon on 1st down. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Just shy of midfield.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Murray going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Number 35.
Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now a run with Dillon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Cardinals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
57's the mark. Right, 57.
He's back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On second down, Dillon. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. So that one will be accepted. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Juju Smith-Schuster. Landon Collins on the coverage.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. And what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Tampa Bay, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here.